Welcome to episode 3 of season 1 of the VIP Social Club. My name is Brew, and this is the lovely and talented and vivacious and sometimes ostentatious.
Damn, all of that?
You are all of that.
I'm Mochahannes. What's good, everybody?
Hey, you know what? We got a great show. This is going to post right after July 4th. We're recording it right before July 4th, so I'm not full yet, but I will be.
We'll see.
Because you know July 4th is the time when you can eat and do all the crazy stuff and sit and watch people throw fireworks in the air and
blow their fingers and
blow
stuff
their
off.
fingers and stuff. But that's okay. They will heal.
Yeah.
So we got a great show. You guys aren't going to want to miss any of this. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with Bread of Heaven.
I'm ready.
On the VIP Social Club. Welcome back to VIP Social Club. This is our segment that we do called Bread of Heaven. And this week we're dealing with the topic of people who they act fake when they start talking about Christ. They just don't act real. They put on these airs. And I say all of us fall into it sometimes. But we have to be more conscious of being real with Christ and being real with people in Him and understanding that when we're talking about Him, we can't talk about Him first without knowing Him. Mm-hmm. And once we get that relationship, now we have to ask for His wisdom and discernment. So when we discuss His Word, we're discussing it so people can understand us. Not just throwing scriptures out, talking about them, thou art thine, and thou. No, it's about relating. When Christ walked the earth, He related to the people that He came in contact with. From the Jews to the Samaritans, it didn't matter. He related to those that He came in contact with. That's why people were drawn to Him. They weren't drawn to Him because of His suit. They weren't drawn to Him because He drove a Lamborghini and got out and changed shoes. And I'm not going to talk about anybody personally. But they were drawn to Him because of His ability to just be open and honest and real with people. And that's how we have to be in the Word. Or else why would anybody want to find out what we know? What's that old adage? People don't care what you know until they know how much you care. So we got to let ourselves go and adopt that clothing that He gave us so we can relate to people. Be real.
So, these folks that go out juking and jiving every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then show up in church. Half of the time was still with their club clothes on. But it didn't. When I say something like, "Well, how do you go out all week long, but then you'll show up in church on Sunday?" God know my heart. I'm a work in progress. How long is it taking this progress to get going?
I'm still a work in progress.
But you ain't in the club every week.
No, because I got a daughter.
And you know where you're going, you know what you're trying to do. So How is it that they can keep using this excuse? To me, I feel like they're using some of the scriptures as like a grab bag. They want to pick and choose what kind of stuff they want to use and do about the Bible. What's going on with
Here's
that?
how I'll deal with that.
This ain't no trail mix.
We all have our own cross to bear.
Okay.
Right? God gets us to where He needs us to go.
Okay.
So if I go to the club now, I don't act the way I used to act back in the day. But I can't judge you for what you may do. I can't judge somebody else for what they may be doing. All I can do is live before them that hopefully they will see Him in me and want to get there. So if I stand around saying, well, I'm not listening to you on Sunday morning because you were grinding on some girl on Friday night. Okay, well, what if He was there when somebody got mad at me and cut me off and I cussed them out? Wouldn't He be able to judge me the same way?
Well, no comment.
I mean, the Bible says, judge not, let ye be judged. There's only one judge, and I am not him.
I guess I understand.
And the term, people say God knows my heart. God sees my heart. God's the only one that knows whether I'm saved or not. So that's a tough one because people look at us and judge us a certain way. And unfortunately, we turn around and do the same thing. And that's what we have to stop doing. If you're going to be real, be real.
Yeah, so stop telling me or trying to judge me, but yet you doing all of this craziness, but trying to Bible beat me.
But in turn, don't judge them. Let God work it out.
Okay.
That's the easiest way. Just let God work it out. Because there's some people that I'm serious. Some people look at me and say, he ain't no preacher. He made a cocktail on the show. Speaking of which, we'll be right back with the top 5 on the VIP Social Club.
Peace.
Peace. Welcome back to the VIP Social Club with my lovely co-host,
Mocha Hunted.
And this is Brew's Top 5.
I can't wait.
All right, these are the top 5 foods kids love on July 4th. Top 5 foods kids love on July 4th. Now, keep in mind, I'm still a big kid. So this is why I chose this topic. Number 5, and I don't eat them, but I've seen them at work. Hot dogs. Hot dogs are one of those foods kids love on July 4th because you got a lot of family, friends, you're playing. You don't have to sit down and eat a hot dog. Grab it, throw it in a bun, throw some condiments on it, and you can keep running. I've seen my cousin play kickball with a hot dog.
You really don't even need a bun for a hot dog. You just grab the burnt ones, because the burnt ones are the best ones, and just eat it.
I'm going to take your word for that, because I don't eat hot dogs.
Oh, I forgot.
Right.
My bad.
So, number 4, Bomb Pops.
Ooh.
Ain't nothing like the ice cream man coming by and with the big bomb pops with the 3 cups.
Yes.
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 Love them bomb pops. July 4th is the perfect time. Red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue in you.
And it's like every time you eat it, the top portion always come off first.
Yes.
That whole color, then you eat the rest of it.
You got to eat the red first. You got to get that red part first. Then the white is a little tart. Then you get to that nice cool blue.
You getting me so excited right now.
Man, I can't. I'm like, I need a minute now. I'm just. Number 3, any type of soda in a can.
Oh my word!
It's nothing like reaching in that cooler and grabbing I don't care if it's a Coke, Mountain Dew, or a Czech strawberry. I'm sorry, you can't say strawberry when you say Czech soda. A Czech strawberry soda.
Strawberry.
That's right. It's just something about that ice cold. Oh, the hand just freezing. And yes.
But then you find about 5 of them over here sitting on the sidewalk.
Yes.
And then you find 2 over here in the house on the counter. So they just pop them off and drink them and leave them.
Yeah, but that's July 4th. You can do that. On July 5th, you get your butt beat.
Yeah.
Number 2, candy necklaces. Oh. Nothing like a candy necklace. You put it on and you out in the sun and you look down and you got like a design on your.
Do they even still sell those things?
Yes, you can get them at hood stores. Yes.
Oh my.
And I was gonna put a / candy necklace / Chico stick, cause
I don't like those.
Okay, well, we'll stick with the candy necklace.
Let's stay with the candy necklace.
But it's just, and it's not. I'm telling you, and you start thinking about it, that's so unsanitary. A candy necklace.
You know what? That is too.
Cause you had sweat and dirt all collected up under that candy, and you still eat it.
And then look, you got your friend eating off your neck too.
Yeah, let me get a bite of that. It's the same thing you got, but okay. And the number 1 food that kids love on July 4th is watermelon.
That's just not a kid. Everybody on this earth like watermelon.
But as a kid, especially a little boy, you can walk around just spitting seeds.
Not only you. Only you.
No, it wasn't just me. We used to have seed spitting contests.
Lord have mercy.
Right.
Did you put salt on your watermelon?
No, I didn't learn that till I came down to Florida.
Don't do that.
No.
Don't do that.
No, it just you grab that watermelon. They've been cutting pieces on it. It's sitting in the cooler, and you can just run around with it. It's amazing. It's amazing. I was gonna give y'all a bonus, but when I got to the watermelon portion, I realized that's it.
You sound excited right
That's
now.
our top 5. I am. I want to go get some right now, but I can't. We got this show to do. We'll be right back on the VIP Social Club. This is Mocha Hunters. I'm Brew, and we want you to stay. Welcome back to the VIP Social Club. You are now in the lounge with Brew and Mochahannes. What's our hot topic this week?
How do you feel about someone who doesn't like you and or didn't like you, and now you're having to sit down with them for them to explain to you why they didn't like you, or explain to you why they still don't like you?
Okay, for those of you who may be a little lost, we're going to catch you up. There's a description in the video, in the description of the video below, there's a link to a musician. I didn't mention his name, but he's in the video, where he sat down with the Grand Dragon of the KKK national chapter.
Mm-hmm.
And he followed him, and they talked, and they got to know each other. And he said, if I want to understand the person who hates me, I need to understand why they hate me. We need to get a dialogue going. So the question is, would you be able to sit down with someone who you know hates you and get a dialogue going? Whether it's a racial issue or a gender issue, would you be able to sit down with someone? If your boss says, you know what, you'll never keep this job because as an African American you're not smart enough, and as a woman you don't have what it takes, and I don't like you.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, well, I got my answer.
I don't think I have enough restraint for that conversation.
But when you watch the video, you'll understand that open dialogue gets rid of a lot of the ignorance that causes the hate. Now, I joke around about this, but I spent a lot of time growing up in Brooksville.
Mm-hmm.
And they had no problem running around with the stars and bars on the back of the truck,
mm-hmm.
and going to Klan meetings. It was like a natural thing where my grandparents lived out in the woods, that area, Centralia Road, off of 19.
Mm-hmm.
So I had no choice but to get to know. Unfortunately, God blessed me with parents that caused me to think and ask questions. So I had no choice but to get to know the people around me to find out, why don't you like me? I mean, we play kickball together, we play tetherball together, we play basketball together. What is it about me that once we leave the schoolyard, you don't like me?
I think it's a different aspect from with a kid telling another kid. Like, they'll listen and be right back out on the playground playing with each other.
Yeah.
But with adults,
is it pride that keeps adults from doing it?
it might be sometimes a delivery. Even though you're trying to explain something to somebody, it still might be coming across from their aspect a little differently from how you're trying to deliver it. Because if somebody actually told me that I would never be able to keep this job because of this, this, and this,
it'd be ugly.
I might be having a case.
It'd be ugly.
Just saying.
But I mean, the interesting thing is, some of these kids that I used to go over their house, they would go over mine, come over to my grandparents' house. They would eat with me. I'd eat with them.
Mm-hmm.
Once we got to high school, I could speak and they'd walk right by me.
It was like that?
It was like a clear divide at some point where they could no longer associate with me.
You think it was their parents?
Oh, it's racism is a learned behavior.
Mm.
It's either their parents or older siblings or whoever they give credence to in their lives. But what I like about this video is this guy was able to get past that. Even when he sat down with the Grand Dragon, even people said, look, this guy will kill you. You might not want to do this, but he did anyway. And the guy told him, he says, you're inferior to me. I have a dialogue with you, but you're always gonna be inferior to me based on your ethnicity.
Mm.
But by the end of when their relationship matured, they got to the point where this guy left the Klan and gave him his robe.
Right.
But it all started with dialogue. So I would charge myself and anybody else, if you're around somebody and you have to be around them and they hate you, they dislike you, they don't even want to tolerate you, try to open up the dialogue and find out why.
That's easier said than done.
Oh, it is. But nothing worth having is easy unless you win the lottery.
Hey.
So I would caution that because God says He made us in His own image and likeness, and none of us look the same.
Unless you're a twin.
Unless you're a twin.
Hey.
And then there's still some distinguishing. Are you a twin? Do you have a set of twins?
You know what? Not today. Not today. Not today.
Oh, I'm going to stop while I still have a head.
Please.
We'll be right back with the VIP Social Club with Pocahontas and her twins. Ooh, I can't wait. We're back on the VIP Social Club, and this is Pocahontas segment called
Whatever.
And boy, look at here. Guys, get close to the screen. Go ahead.
Don't do that. Okay. So I know everybody got a glimpse of that BET Awards.
Uh-oh.
2019 BET Awards.
Did I say get close to the screen?
And it was pretty good, I suppose. But with that being said, as I was looking at, a few of the acts, I was a little bothered by one of the acts, which was the girl Lizzo. Wait, don't do that. Okay, so with that being said, as you can see here, here's Lizzo in her outfit from the red carpet at the BET Awards.
What's on her head? What is on her? Is that like a piano frame? What is on her head?
Look, she wanted that wood grain effect. But with that being said, just overall, that's the outfit. So the next day everybody rips into everything and everybody that was on that show the night prior. So I'm going to read you a little snippet of something that somebody said about that outfit.
Keep in mind, the opinions shared in this comment are the opinions of the person that made the comment, not the opinions of this show.
So, somebody says, beloved rapper Lizzo stuffed herself into a wood grain mushroom and expects y'all to praise her because she's a plus sized. And a lot of y'all look like her, allegedly.
Who?
Y'all like this? I'll let y'all talk about it in the comments. So with that being said, I'm going to talk about it in the comments. All I'm saying is, this is so far from body shaming. I'm just going to put that out there right now, because I'm a fluffy girl myself. But with that being said...
Like pancakes?
Yeah.
Okay, I like flapjacks.
But with that being said, I don't feel like she represented the big girls in a way that was cute.
Well, she represented the weather girls.
She represented us like in a light of a spectacle. I would want somebody to represent me as being like respectable, because she don't represent all big girls. Because she could have picked a way better outfit to be juking and jiving around on that stage.
That's a lot of white.
Yeah. And then you see the outfits that her dancers have on.
Yes.
They look very presentable. They look nice.
Some of them.
But she around here twerking with the flute and all of this extra everywhere. No deal.
Okay.
What?
Okay. First of all, she was showing off her talent because she could play the flute and she could play it in an awkward position.
Okay.
So what was the problem?
Okay, so I'm gonna say this. Monique did that show 2004 and 2007, where she danced to Beyonce songs. Monique looked awesome. She did her thing, and she looked gorgeous doing it in a nice present. She showed some skin, because Monique all about being sexy, and she was a big girl back then.
She's not sexy now.
Yeah, she is. I think so.
Monique?
Yeah. Don't talk about her. Don't talk about her.
Baltimore, stand up. Monique, sit down.
But Monique was very, she represented a way that I would want to be represented if I was juking and driving on the stage like that.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
But here's the thing. Lizzo is of a different ilk, a different generation.
Okay.
So when you go to the clubs, you see that.
Well, I'm just going to say this. Don't be saying you representing for all the big girls, because you ain't representing for me. Not looking like that. I'm just saying.
But she represents for the women she knows. And I'm going to leave that alone.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the VIP Social Club. This segment is just spreading all across the state. It's called the STD of the Week. And this week, we honor, for the 4th of July, we're honoring one of America's favorite sports, baseball. The STD of the week goes to the Tampa Bay Rays. Wow, how can you honor a sports team as the STD of the week? We honor you and your owner for asking the city of St. Petersburg to grant certain things, and you were granted them. But now you've decided, hey, let's share our time between one low attendance in St. Petersburg at the Trop to a lower attendance at Olympic Stadium in Montreal. So we're not going to go to Orlando and split the season and do home games in Tampa and Orlando. Mm-hmm. We're going to go from Tampa to Montreal, another country. So what is it going to be, the North American Rays now? I'm just curious.
They making them spend that money. They're getting paid a lot, so they're going to make them spend it.
No, if I'm on this team, you paying for my lodging in Canada.
Good
you paying
Lord.
for my food in Canada. You cover my... because I didn't. When I signed that contract, I signed to play with the Tampa Bay Rays.
To stay in Florida, huh?
Right. I didn't sign a contract to play with the North American Rays. I got to spend half my year here. Which half of the year am I spending? I mean, when you get to Canada in October, when you get around playoff time, it's cold. I mean, it's cold.
And isn't it like they have it's like it gets dark really early?
Yeah, because you're further
6
away.
months or 9 months out of the year or whatever.
You're further away from the sun. So well, fortunately, they found the top to the stadium. That's another story. Because the top was lost from 1972 to in the 90s, and they found the top to a stadium you lost. They found it in an airplane hangar. I don't want to go to a city that lost the top to a stadium. Talk about losing your luggage.
Plus, our Florida boys ain't used to that kind of weather.
Well, they're gonna have to get used to it. Be playing in tights and gloves. Forget about field gloves. Got on mittens trying to hit them.
And they Uggs too.
Ooh.
With they boots with the fur.
With the boots with the fur. Oh, see.
I ain't say apple bottom jeans now. I just say the boots with the fur.
It makes no sense. I mean, you have destroyed. Tampa was trying to give you a brand new stadium to move across the bay. So now, not only would you have that audience from Pinellas County that's not showing up, but maybe you'd be able to get some audience from Polk County, Orlando, Leon, come up 75, Hernando coming down. So you'd be in a good area to get an audience. But now you want to go to Montreal?
I ain't coming to the game. You can have them season tickets.
They couldn't keep the first team. They went to Washington.
And it's going to be too cold. Do they even got a team there?
No, they went to Washington. Well, Toronto, but they play in a dome.
Oh, okay.
But, I mean, you couldn't keep attendance. They moved your entire team. The Major League Baseball fired your office, took your team, and put Frank Robinson in as your coach and general manager and said, we're moving you to D.C. D.C. And they played in the hood for a while till they got a good stadium. But you couldn't keep your first team.
Well, he's going to see just how great of an idea that is in due time.
I think he's somebody with just a lot of money and
don't know what else to do with his time.
Like Daniel Snyder from Washington Redskins. Just throw some money at him, but he doesn't want to pay his players. Well, Snyder will. This guy had some of the best players coming up, in the last 10 years. You wouldn't pay B.J. Upton, you wouldn't pay Carl Crawford, you wouldn't pay David Price. Every time you wouldn't pay Joe Madden. So he leaves as the manager, goes to Chicago, wins a World Series. Was the first team in Chicago to win a World Series since I think 1350. I mean,
really?
They couldn't. But it's crazy. It's like he followed the Bucks theory. Don't pay these people. Let them go somewhere else and become a champion.
Right. I don't want to leave before they try to send me to Canada. I'm just saying.
Canada's not so bad.
You've lived in Florida for how long?
I would still move to Canada. But I wouldn't play half a season in Canada. I'm just saying. You are the STD of the week. You are really, with that dumb move, you are challenging our last two.
Oh, God.
Fairstein and Trump. You are challenging them for the land of stupidity's president. So, STD of the week, Tampa Bay Rays. Fair?
It's fair.
All right.
Okay.
We'll be right back on the VIP Social Club. Now, where would you want to go to Canada and play when you got a beach right around the corner?
It's going to be swimming in some ice water.
Raising the bar! Welcome back to the VIP Social Club. Pocahontas likes this drink so much. We did a test show, and maybe one day we'll show that one.
No, we ain't.
We'll definitely show that one.
No, we ain't.
Anyways, the drink that came out of the test show was called a Kentucky Sunshine. And it's got peach bourbon that I brought back from Kentucky and lemonade. Now, obviously, if you do homemade lemonade, it's going to taste a little different. But this stuff even makes Publix lemonade or whatever lemonade taste better.
That old country lemonade that's made with the powder.
Yes.
Okay.
So, killing me. Thanks to Wise Raven Media Group, we upgraded our tumblers.
Hey.
Moonshine bottle. Oh. Oh. Peach bourbon. If you haven't turned yourself onto this, buy it for your loved one if they're getting on your nerves. They will mellow out. Put it over ice. Put it in the freezer. So I will hook my co-host up first. The ingredients will be on the screen. You're looking at about an ounce or more of peach bourbon. And we'll do the same on this one. Usually just bring it up to kind of cover the ice.
Don't do me like you did last week.
What you mean?
Because you had more than me.
I want you to look and pick out the one you want.
I want this one.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. The other one had more, but I'll give you that one. And we just add, it's a very easy cocktail. You can muddle it, you can stir it. You just want to fill the rest of the glass. We had ice in the glass ahead of time. Just want to let you guys know if they're like, darn, they starting out with alcohol. No, we had ice already in the glass. And now we put the lemonade on top. So I'm just putting the top on here to swirl it around a little bit.
You don't spill on my drink now.
I'm not. Uh-oh. I would go ahead and drink some of that. I might have put a little too much in there.
Okay. I'm trying to find the opening.
The opening is
because it's filled to the rim.
That's why you have trouble with cookies. If you find the end of it, the opening's on the opposite side. Yes? Okay. Cheers.
You waited too late.
Oh, this is still good.
Very.
Oh my. Yes.
My rate on this drink is a 10.
This is
10 plus.
And this time I'm putting the ingredients on the screen. Mm-hmm. But it's simple. If you use 4 ounces of bourbon, I would use 6 ounces of, or actually I use, 6 ounces of lemonade and another 2-3 ounces of ice.
So, what would we eat this with? Some cigars. We need some cigars. Do we even need food? Or we just need some cigars with this?
I love the way you think. I knew. I probably wouldn't do this with cigars. Well, you can do cigars or anything you can do right cigar. But I would think with this one, it would be like a good, like if you had like grilled shrimp, like skewers over a salmon, or over a salad rather, over some rice. Light food, this will really go good with anything for like even pineapple chicken.
Nice.
Would go good with something like this because it's got that whole summertime festive flavor. Like you could just have this walking around the yard and eating stuff right off the grill.
Well, do you eat chicken?
No. Oh, my wife does.
Because I was about to invite myself over for dinner.
My wife eats so much chicken, like they run from her. So you can really serve this for chicken. I would serve this with like a grilled grouper.
You're getting jazzed in that, huh?
Even the grill, just put some salmon on a wood plank. It'd be really good with that. Because it's not light, but it's just light enough that it can hold up with a nice, good protein. So,
what's the name of it again?
This is called a Kentucky Sunshine. It's got peach bourbon and lemonade. 2 ingredients and ice. Perfect. Anybody can do this. To the best co-host in the world. Cheers. We'll be right back on the VIP Social Club. This stuff is so good. Welcome back to the VIP Social Club. Oh my goodness, that cocktail is so good.
Yes.
We had a wonderful show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm loving whatever this week. I'm really loving whatever. And remember, get your kids a candy necklace.
Minus the germs.
And I really hope all y'all have all your digits from last night on the 4th. Hopefully nothing got blown off. You were responsible.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, remember to like the show, subscribe to the show, and then hit that notification button so you will be aware on Fridays when these shows get posted and go live, because we want you to be the first to look at them, like them, share them, comment below.
And give us some ideas of what you want to hear.
Exactly. We're open access.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us what you want for whatever. Tell us what you want for in the lounge. I'd love to hear some of the topics you all want us to share. And make sure you follow Mochahannes813 at Mochahannes813 on Instagram and at Got Brew, and follow at official VIP Social Club on Instagram. Be one of our members of the social club. It won't let you down. Drink responsibly, think responsibly, and have a responsible friend. We'll see y'all next time. Anything you want to say on the way out?
Cheers.
Oh, Lord. This drink is good, though. See you next time on the VIP Social Club.